Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Enterprise Morning on Enterprise TV. I am Henry Igwebike, and as usual, I have the most gorgeous with me.
I'm Chinyere. Harry, you will never cease to amuse me, really.
No, but obviously you're gorgeous, isn't
it?
Thank
you.
You are.
Thank you, Henry.
Obviously.
So how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Harry, Very Dark Man has been in the eye of the storm for a while now, but I'm wondering why he's still being kept in detention.
Well, you see, Elon Musk, once said that free speech cannot be said to be free speech until you allow someone you don't like say things you don't like, even if he doesn't believe in it, especially with his issue with Don Malone. Right. And the question still remains, our authority, or those in authority, and the judiciary, most importantly, have found a way of using the Cybercrime Act, to maybe, possibly, step on the freedom of speech. I think that's what it is, because there's no reason for that young man to certainly be in prison.
Well, personally, I'm not a fan of the very Dark Man, right? He makes really, jaundiced, inflammatory comments and doesn't mind his business. So whether it's the Free Speech Act or he's being gagged, I don't know. But I think this should serve as some sort of court martial for him to start keeping quiet.
Free speech, free speech. We're all going for free speech. All right, so quickly let's move on to our newspaper headlines today. And to do that with us, obviously, is our guest, Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, and thank you for having me. It's my pleasure to be with you.
Thank you so very much.
I can see your activity moods.
Yeah.
And, social, have you joined the civil society organizations?
Well, free speech.
Yeah, it's good to have it. It's good.
Obviously, all right. So before we move on to our newspaper headlines, please, we would urge you to please visit our website daily at www.enterprisetvnews.com. Like, comment, and follow us on all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV 7. So quickly, let's move on to the Nation newspaper. And the banner headline here says, Governor, my state epicenter of kidnapping and banditry. And we have the rider here, military free 230 Boko Haram suspects. And on the top strip of the same newspaper, we have troops raid Clark's home in search of soldiers, killers. And also we have on the bottom strip of the same newspaper, all set for the Labour Party convention, Lagos to experience above normal rainfall. I guess that's coming from those in weather. And Barrister, let's start off this issue, of course, with the story of the release of 230 Boko Haram suspects by the military. At a time when there's still a very big issue about insurgency in the north of Nigeria, and the military about to release 230 Boko Haram suspects.
Because just like you said they are classified as what? Suspects. So a suspect remains a suspect. It means it has not been confirmed that you actually done what you have been alleged to have done. So if by our law nobody deserves to be in custody based on suspicion alone, if there's a suspicion and then the proper investigation has been concluded, and then you believe that he or they are not part of the crime you are looking at or whatever you are looking at, then the next thing is for them to be released. So it's in line with the law to do that. But I'm worried in the sense that, look, the investigation of crime is not by military.
Okay.
It should be by the police. So I don't know why we are allowing military, because what I've been told here is that military have looked at them, they profile them, and they're found to be. It appears we are not following the law in our country these days now. We are giving all the job of police and other things to military. We now render police as ordinary Boy Scouts, and they cannot do anything. For me, I see that an indictment on our police institution. For me, if they have done their what's it called, the profiling very well, and they have done their investigation very well, and they believe that those people are not part of the Boko Haram or the criminals.
Yeah.
They have no choice than to release them.
But
I just hope that proper investigation was done.
But of course you would
Otherwise,
agree.
we will regret it.
Yes, but of course you would agree with me. There's no smoke without fire, and most of these people that will be released to the Nigerian public might find themselves in the military. Isn't that further complicity for the military?
That is the area I also that disagree. It should not be automatic just because you have been part of the, you have been arrested or even put in custody on your alliance with the Boko Haram. Does not mean once you have been released, you join. There are processes of joining a military. So I think it would be unfair to just put them in that class just like that. They are being classified as special citizens. As far as I'm concerned, they need to go through the other processes that other Nigerians are going through, if at all they are, and then they let them apply. If they are qualified, then they will be picked. So for me, just saying because they have an alliance with or they have been roped with what's it called, Boko Haram set, automatically that gives them the right to become a part of the military. That will not be good for us. I think we're not trending well. I don't want to see it as that aspect is making me look like what they are doing is just to negotiate or compensate them for that, because that is not the procedure to engage people in our military. So if you are engaging them in such manner, you are not doing the right thing. And then I believe it's dangerous for us where you have they've been suspected to be part of the. So they need to properly be monitored. Let them go back to their community. Let's see whether if they are interested in joining the army or whatever they want to join, let them apply and follow the process. But saying because you have been taken away from the you are automatically what do you call it? You have been radicalized, and then you are reinstated into the society and by joining the army. I think it's not the right way to go. And you see, we are having this situation we are having today because in Nigeria we are classifying crime based on ethnic sentiments. Once a crime is committed, and it's not only people from those who are committing the crime, even those of us who are reporting it. Whenever anything happens in the particular part of the country, either say so crime has been committed by so people or by person or this, they will say the northerners, the southerners, this will not help us out. And that's why people who are from the north, when you raise issue regarding people from the north that have been arrested, people from the north want to defend because you are not classifying those people as individuals. You are classifying them as the northerners. The southerners, the same thing will happen. So we should not classify crime based on ethnic where you come from. Crime is a crime. Whether you are a Yoruba man, you are an Hausa man, you are an Igbo man, once you commit crime, if you see it as Mr. Sanusi, Mr. Christopher, Mr. Oluwani has committed a crime, not that the northerner, the southerners. That will not help us out. Everybody will want to come out and defend his region in that regard. So, and that's why you are seeing the step they are taking now, because those people who have been classified as Boko Haram member or whatever have been seen as certain part of the country, and those people must be. And that's why you see them asking that, look, if you can give what's it called, amnesty to people from the Niger Delta militants, why not these people who are from the north? You see, it's been classified as a northerner, southerner, and whatever issue. Notwithstanding the fact that those issues are not even the same. The militants and the Aonkis are not the same. Right. So, but because of this, the sentiment has been put into it. Then we're not getting it right. So I think we need to be careful in when we say we are radicalizing those who have been. There are processes when somebody has been suspected to have committed a crime. You go through the processes, and if he's not found guilty, you release him. Not that because he's this and that, and then you say he will not even go to anywhere. You will not even try him. You will not even take any steps. Just say release.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Tunji, for your thought there. Yes, you're still watching Enterprise Morning here at Enterprise Television. The program is exclusively ours and is brought to you Monday through Saturday. Again, I'm Chinyere Igwe Audio, and we thank you so much for staying tuned here and liking our content, sharing and following. Let's look at the Daily Trust and see what we have. On the mast, 60 hours after Kuriga students yet to reunite with their families. That is on the Daily Trust. And below the mast, we are ready to have them back, and this is credited to the parents of the students. They are undergoing psychotherapy. I think this is very important, and that's what the government is saying. Below the mast, we have amid soaring inflation, CBN raises benchmark lending rate to 24.7%. Amid soaring inflation, CBN raises benchmarks lending rate to 24.7%. Let's look at the top street. We must treat kidnappers as terrorists, and this is credited to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We must treat kidnappers as terrorists. You find that story on the Daily Trust paper. I'll just take this last story. 17 slain soldiers for burial in Abuja today. 17 slain soldiers for burial in Abuja today. All that you find on the Daily Trust newspaper. With us in the studio is still Barrister Tunji, doing justice to the issues we are looking at today on the show. So I'll take the story. We must treat kidnappers as terrorists. This is credited to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Help us understand what this big statement means, Mr. Tunji.
Yeah, for me, I want to agree with the president in a way, because the kind of, the category of kidnappers,
Right.
the one we are seeing today, as far as I'm concerned, are not kidnappers. They are terrorists, as far as I'm concerned. They are people who are bent on destroying the country, who want to wage war against the country. And so if we are treating them as a mere kidnapper, then we are making a mistake. We won't be able to get a good result. So if the president is saying, look, don't let us look at them as just ordinary, a case of ordinary kidnappers. We should look at it as, these are terrorists. So when you look at it as them as terrorists, you'll be able to take that bold step of dealing with them like a terrorist. I agree with the president that we need not look at, we should not be looking at them as an ordinary kidnapper. We see our case of people who do this kidnapping for ransom. But these ones are not. I'm not sure. They just look at opportunity as, look, we need money to survive in this fight, in this job we are doing, in this bad job we are doing, in this war we are waging against the country. We need money to survive. So, and we can also get money from this same government. Let's do this to get this money. So that kidnapping part of it, that's carrying of those Nigerian citizens and whatever, I think I see that as a means of just getting finance to bankroll their terrorist activities.
Okay.
Yeah. So as far as I'm concerned, with the president, that we should treat them as a terrorist, if at all we want to get desired results.
All right. So, Barrister Tunji, there is an interesting image on the Daily Trust newspaper, and that is from Senegal. They are actually rejoicing on the new president that they have, and that is Bassirou Diomaye Faye, a 44-year-old politician. Tell me, is Senegal leading the pace for what truly democracy is across the sub-region?
Yeah, probably not, because maybe you are looking at it from one angle of the fact that the person that was appointed is averagely on the as far as youth in quotes in that age, because we hardly see that kind of a thing now. That was seen in Nigeria when during military era, when the governor our elder statement, Gowon was made the president at the age of 27 or 32 or something. I can't remember the actual age. I don't want to believe that this is not, as a president, it may be strange to us in this country now. There's generally as political, those in political scene, the majority of those in our political terrain today, when they became relevant, they were all majorly youths. I can mention names for you.
So age is not a factor for you as a politician?
It's not about the age alone, that because he's a young man and this and that, and that was, I would say, I've not investigated the process that brought him into power. I've not looked at how it was done.
He was in the opposition, actually.
I've not looked at the kind of, what's it called? The support and those who supported him. I don't know. So I will not generally say because he's a youth. Because I'm not those who believe that whether a woman or a man or a youth or whatever, that's what will give us the development we're looking at. It's not about age. It's about the desire to do that job. I can tell you that the Minister Fashola and the Governor Fashola was in his early 40 or below 40 when he was governor. Mechi was at 38 or so. Oji Sokalu was 30 something. Majority of them that we call old today, they were young when they become relevant in our political position. When they occupy sensitive position that can develop the country, tell me what have they contributed in terms of a positive development to our country. And these are the same people that are still in power today. They are in power today because we have been, those who were supposed to challenge them have tried to stay back with the wrong impression that politics in Nigeria is for the people who are wicked. It's for the people who are ready to die. It's for the people who have no means of livelihood. So those who have those character, who believe they are saints, who believe they are clean, who believe they are good people, who believe they have the world power, see it as it's not our way, it's not our area. Let's stay back and look at them, and let's allow people that will call wicked people run. So how can you expect positive results from people you classify as wicked? You see in Nigeria, you hear politics is a game of death, or you know, they say well, that's what they say. So people are running away from it, and that's why we're having this program with it. And today, unfortunately, the youths that were also, they are not different from the old schools that we're talking about, because most of them, their own is even worse as far as I'm concerned, because their own, they are about money. Where would the money come from? Once they see money, their own, they don't care whether you are good or not. You can see during the election when we're talking about, they are the same people. They are just like our women. The women would say they are fighting for the what they call it now. Women, what they call it? They say
feminism.
Not feminism per se. Affirmation or whatever, or they want women that have been marginalized or this and that. During the election, most people that participate in these processes are women. Yet they will not vote for their women. After the election, they will come out and say, "We want justice for women. We want justice for women." They are just like our youth. During the election, youth were in a particular, they scattered themselves in different groups. There was no issue of. I don't believe in youth being on the same side. I say because we are youth, we must know who are you backing, exactly. Who are you supporting, what are you bringing on board. It's not about your age, it's about what you are bringing on board. We have seen youth in this. So, like I said, I've mentioned so many. Even in this gym that we're talking about, this government, there are so many youth there. What is their performance? What are they giving us? So it's not about the age. So I congratulate them in Senegal. They want to try a new thing. That's why it don't be like a normal old schools. I think we need to try that. Yeah, I doubt if Nigeria will be able to achieve that, because it's not an easy job in Nigeria to even win a party ticket or to even be in that category to win you must be loaded. Very true. For you to be, very and then youth in that category in Nigeria are very few.
So I'll take you on something you mentioned, that you refer to the likes of Amechi, the Kogi State Governor, and some other young people like Fashola who came on stream when they were quite young, and then you talked about people who are supposed to take over from these politicians who seem to be recycling, are not ready because they view our political approach as Machiavellian, so to speak. But how about other factors like godfatherism, which is a major factor for me, a major deterrent why young people do not, want to vie for these positions?
Godfatherism is relevant everywhere, not only in politics, even in your business. If you want to grow fast, you have a good mentor. That's what we call godfather these days. Those who we call godfather are supposed to be mentored. Those who you believe that they will bring you up. You look at them and then they will support you financially. You need finance in politics. That's the truth. There's no way you want to do politics without money. You must mobilize people. You must move from one place to another. It's money. But it's not about bribing people. The money we're talking about here is not for you to bribe people.
But we have seen cases where godfathers try to meddle into the affairs. Let's take the Rivers case as a clear case scenario.
No, the godfatherism we are practicing in Nigeria is not what it is. That's what I'm telling you. Yeah. Godfather ought to be seen as a mentor. Okay. People who will guide you or who will support you to be able to achieve what you want to achieve. Mm-hmm. Then here, the people who call godfather in Nigeria are businessmen who wants to invest in you and get the results back from you. Sure. So if you get there based on that and you want to turn your back, they will fight you. That's what we are seeing today. And we are in a situation in Nigeria whereby one individual, whether state money or his individual money, will be the one that will sponsor the entire political party. He will be the one spending his money. He will be the one spending all his efforts. You can see it in Rivers State you are talking about. Right. Without the influence of Governor Wike and the now Minister Wike, do you think Mr. Fubara can even win a councillorship ticket at that election? I'm not saying generally if it's open. Maybe he can. But the way our system is, do you think there's any chance that he will be able to win that ticket without saying this? I am supporting this is the man I'm supporting. Because what we see in Nigeria is this: when you see an influential leader say pitch his tent with somebody, whether that person is known or not, it becomes a most influential. In Lagos State, when the Governor Sanwo-Olu, with due respect, came on board, he was unknown. to many people. It was unknown. You had defeated the incumbent. Was it that kind of love that was given? It's because he has a support from them. But like I said, those you call who are supposed to be your guidance agent in short, are using that opportunity as an investment to hold the state into ransom by capturing the state and seeing the state as their personal property. And that's why you are seeing the kind of godfatherism you are seeing today. There's nothing bad in godfatherism, not only in politics. In everywhere, if you have people who are genuinely interested in your affair, in your life, in your progress, those are the people you call godfather. So if they are doing it genuinely and the way it should be done, you won't see it as negative. We are seeing it as negative because we are not doing it the way it should be done. Just like we saw subsidy as a bad thing before now. There's nothing bad in subsidy. But because we have tagged it as a thing as a negative thing. So anything to say, whenever you say subsidy, people see it as negative.
Very true.
That is what is happening here. There's nothing bad in godfatherism. But because we are not checking them, people who are supposed to check those people who call godfatherism, we've seen them as alpha and omega. And whatever they do, we follow them. Well, when they are not there again, we start talking. You can see the River State now. People who cannot even say anything, who are supporting, who did not say anything when the governor was there, are now challenging his authority. Because at that time, they were doing like, we are selfish. That's just the point. Everybody just trying to be in the position that he will benefit from the system. He will not say what will wrong the person in charge at the time.
Very true. You see, the truth of the matter is we have so much interesting stories to talk about but obviously for the want of time, we have to call it a wrap on this particular episode. And love to say thank you to Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid for being part of our show today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We will still oblige you to maybe hang around with us for a main conversation if you may. All right.
Thank you.
So,
when we return, his death is not ordinary, and is credited to the younger brother, Ondo governorship hopeful, cries out.